David. David, dragom mami, David.
Only the brave can enter the great laboratory. Only the one that can crush a demon and bring it as a burnt offering for the architect of the worlds.
A demon as a sacrifice? Where could I possibly find one?
I guess it's time for you to meet my brother, Alexander, the Little Prince, as everyone calls him. He has a special trap that will help you on your journey. He lives in a small house on top of a hill somewhere around here.
You never told me you had a brother.
You never listened. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there were two great warriors, a shepherd and a little prince fighting against an unjust king. The two warriors reached the gates of the city and called out their enemy, the king. He cowardly hid behind two of his archers. It so happened that some of their arrows were dipped in poison. One of those arrows hit the little prince.
There was warm blood in his fragile body. but then it was corrupted by poison. His lungs desperately gasped for air, if only for a soft breeze of it. His mind was the only thing that was kept safe. Then he started shedding tears. Some say his crying echoed more than 1,000 tolling bells.
Oh God, I always asked myself why God allowed children to die.
Don't be sad. You must be brave now. Do not linger like this. You must journey forth. Be brave.
Good evening, Father Abraham. Are you there? If you are hearing this message, then please go outside. It appears that someone has a surprise for you. You can find it next to the fountain in the churchyard. I suppose Satan has baked some special biscuits for you.
Wait, Father. If there really are biscuits, don't forget to share them with those hungry children from the orphanage. That is, if there's anyone left you haven't killed yet. But I fear the worst.
There's something strange about those eyes. I don't like them staring at that door. This is the first snow I've seen in years. It makes me feel oddly comfortable. This isn't snow. What is this? Oh, God! Volcanic ash! Please, can you open the gates, mister? This thing is going to explode. I need to put out the fire.
We do not abide by the law of God. We are religion, we are pleasure, and we are greed. We are both pure and obscene. We are children who died on bad days. We are called Moroi. There are 7 of us. We want to go back in hell, but we want to drag you with us.
A demon as a sacrifice. Mister, can you... What's going on here? They're acting like I wouldn't be here.
Was Alexandra your first woman? No, but I remember you didn't like women so much. Oh, I'm sorry if I said something wrong.
Now that I have the demon, I can finally enter the church.
I thought a lot about your dedication. I sense something good residing within you.
those so-called Eucharistic tears are in fact pure water. I need 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. The crystal seems to be alive. It seems that the doors are being held shut by...
I always kept a watchful eye on the great laboratory. When there were no more children left to play inside the laboratory, I closed the altar and buried the key. Whomsoever wishes to enter needs to create a new key from Eucharistic tears, essence of earth, and tincture of the sun. Then they must find my cave and forge it inside the Athanor.
This must be the tincture of the sun. How can this be possible?
What a peculiar planet. People grow 5,000 roses in one garden, yet they don't find what they're looking for. But what they're looking could be found in a single rose or a little water. I can rise above the earth and watch everything moving in this universe. Now is your time.
This must be the essence of Earth. Now, David, where can I find Elder Joseph? I need to forge this key.
Elder Joseph lives not far from here, but his cave is hidden. I will help you find it. Outside you will find that I have arranged a sleigh for you. I always loved the winter.
I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life.
Who are you?
I am his father. We will be at your side until the end of times. My son, Unfortunately, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer of this earth. Now that you have brought the world's rarest treasures from the temple, you need to mix them inside a simple jug. Put everything inside the ethanol, then light a fire. You will need my bones for this task. You are wondering why? Because alchemy works with the very essence of God's creation. May God bless you.
This is it. Now that I hold this key, I feel as though I'm one step closer to finding the truth. Indeed, I'm afraid the truth could either elevate me to the grace of God or destroy my very being.
You are haunted by 7 demons. I'm afraid the cruel and early embrace of death has greeted them unbaptized. You need to place their hearts on this altar to put them to rest. I also need the skull of a saint. I advise you to search for a book of rituals in your library. It will help you when you have to face them.
7 hearts and the skull of a saint? I should search for clues in my library. I also have a special book there, Eastern Rituals for Banishing the Devil. Years ago, I travelled to Transylvania. There the townsfolk had a peculiar way of dealing with the ghosts of unbaptized children. They would take the body out of its tomb and bring it to the crossroads. Then they would drive a wooden stake through its heart. Others would perform even more terrifying acts. Some would burn the corpses and would make coffee from their ashes. But why am I? The exorcism was a mistake. Now I can clearly see. David was not possessed. That was only in my mind. He would often ramble about mysticism, about after death, about eternity, about things I couldn't comprehend at that time. I took this as a sign of demonic possession. What child in the world speaks Hebrew at such an early age? He would preach the gospel to the children from the orphanage. He would then go to church in the middle of the night and would stay there, crying for hours and hours. I followed him one night. He kept on praying, "God have mercy on me, oh God have mercy on me." I thought that he needed help, that he was tormented by demons. I never considered that those could have been signs of his holiness.